Hey, Father, glad that people are speaking more about these prophecies. Could you speak more about the marbled king, Saint John Vatatzes? Thank you. Sure, Son of Man. Thanks. So, yeah, that's something I haven't talked much about, but it is very much in the Greek world, especially in the so-called Greek world. I would say the Roman Orthodoxy, Romanity, Mount Athos. Elder Ephraim has a lecture on this, actually, in Greek. Very much believed by the old timers and preserved by the saints like Elder Ephraim, and that there will be a return of a very righteous Orthodox king, emperor. And of course, let me just preface this by saying, for the vast majority of people, understandably, not in this milieu, this Orthodox environment of Athos or Constantinople, this is fairy tales, right? Don't expect people to understand this. Don't expect, oh, hey, everybody, you got to believe what I'm going to tell you. Don't. And it's for the faithful. It's for, when it happens, like all the prophecies, then you'll understand, right? So I don't talk a lot about some of these things because the learning curve is just too steep for the vast majority of people to take it seriously and understand it. We're not all at the same level, right? And it is a mystical and mysterious thing that I'm about to say, right? About Saint John Vatatzes, for those who don't know. And so I don't expect people to rationally understand these things. But in God, all things are possible. In God, he can do whatever he wants. And so there are Athenites. I know them and I respect both of them. I know two elders right now in my mind. One who is very much a believer, has had spiritual experiences about St. John, right? Another who I love dearly and respect immensely, and he's skeptical, right? This is on Athos, right? So how much more among people who don't live in this environment, right? So going back to what has been handed down to us, and it's a oral tradition. It's something that has been passed down basically generation after generation for 500-600 years since the fall of Constantinople, that there will be a Orthodox emperor who will return. That one day Constantinople will be returned to the Orthodox. That's not just oral tradition. That's Saint Paisios, Saint Cosmas. That's very clear. He talks about it very clear at Saint Paisios. But in particular, Saint John Vatatzes is a saint, an Orthodox saint from the time of the exile from Constantinople. He was the emperor of Nicaea, Kingdom of Nicaea. He was a very righteous man. He was a saint in his day. He was extremely merciful. His relics were incorrupt. The incorrupt relics were preserved and kept by the faithful and hidden. Eventually, they were hidden somewhere in Constantinople in some underground way, and which is totally believable during the Turkish period. People might not think that's believable, but it's totally believable. The relics were hidden from the infidels. And in particular, St. John Vatatzes, because he was a warrior both against the Ottomans, against, anyway, the enemies of Constantinople, and the West, of course, because that was during the Latin rule in Constantinople. So the belief is, like the seven sleepers of Ephesus, who hundreds of years, and this is, by the way, in the Orthodox tradition, right? This is the Orthodox belief in our liturgical hymns and in our Synaxarion, that there were seven sleepers of Ephesus who fell asleep during the persecution in a cave and woke up, what was it, 200 years later? I don't remember exactly the dates. I'm very bad with dates, so forgive me. I forget numbers easily. So in any case, we're talking 200 years, I think, passed, and they came back to life, and there was proof of it. And the emperor saw them, and they came back with things from that time period, and everybody was, and it's all recorded in the Synaxarion, and you can read it in the lives of the saints. So, like the seven sleepers of Ephesus, the belief is that Saint John Vatatzes will come back. He will be again in this world, not unlike the prophet Elias in a way. He didn't. Nobody says that Saint John Vatatzes went up as if into the heavens, by the way. It doesn't say he went into heaven. It says as if into the heavens. No. So it's a mystery where Prophet Elias is. And it's a mystery exactly how St. John Vatatzes is going to come back and be the ruler. But he'll be this righteous ruler that will rule again from Constantinople. And so many people believe this, including saints of our day. And I don't know what else to say beyond that. I know there's a book coming out from Eschaton Vigil about his life. I think I understand correctly. It's coming out. People are interested. Check it out from Eschaton Vigil. That's a publisher here that's specializing in all these prophecies. All right.